What's going on YouTube? Trucker Star Sean here, talking about 10 tips for buying your first truck and becoming an owner-operator. Check it out. I'm back. Alright, you guys. So, you're looking at making that step and becoming an owner-operator. Maybe you have a little bit of experience, about a year or so in the trucking industry, and you think you're ready to make that step. Well, here are 10 tips so you don't get out there and make the mistake a lot of people do and end up losing it all. Now, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, or if you want to wait till the end after you've already seen the video, I'm fine with that too. 1. Have a plan. Know what you're getting yourself into. Know if you're going to have your authority or if you're going to contract with another company. By doing this, you know what kind of truck you need, if you got to save more fuel, how much money you have to put aside. If you're going to be running under your own authority, it's going to cost you a lot more straight out the gate opposed to contracting with a company. Which that leads into number 2. Upfront costs. There's more than just buying a truck or picking out a truck and deciding which one you want. You're going to have tags, registration, permits. You got to know what you need and what your upfront costs are going to be. If you're going to, if you're going to get your own authority, you got to, there's an ambulance, make sure you have enough fuel to cover you for at least 90 days. If not, have a factoring company on hand so you can factor your bills. 3. Alright, number 3. Know what kind of truck you need for what kind of work you're doing. You don't want to get a car hauler if you're going to be hauling dry van. You can convert it, but it's not worth it at the end. If you're going to be hauling 80,000 pounds, you don't want a single axle. Little things like this. If you're going to be going state to state and sleeping in your truck, you don't want a day cab. All these things add up. Know what kind of truck you need. 4. Alright. Number 4. Before you get a truck, before you sign on that truck or you exchange money for a truck, have an oil sample done on that truck. That way you can know how healthy that motor is. That way, say a guy just changed his oil right before you come to look at it. Okay. Run it for a little bit. Take it for a spin. Come back, get an oil sample. And tell him you're interested in the truck under the stipulations that the oil sample comes back good with no mixing in your fuel mixing in your oil of fuel, coolant, anything, no contaminants. 5. Before you get your truck, research that truck. Know about it. Know what motor's in it. Know expenses and cost on that motor. I'm a Cummins guy. Y'all know this. It's a little bit more expensive than, say, a Detroit Series 60, but cheaper than say a Cat C15. Know what kind of cost range you're getting into for repairs. 6. Alright. Number whatever this is. Have a good mechanic close. Have one ready for, say, if you come home, you can have the truck worked on right then and there. That way you're not having to travel and find somebody last minute and go into the TAs where they're going to end up price gouging you for every little thing you do. Have yourself a good mechanic, a good tire guy, and a good alignment guy. 7. All right, number 7. Have money in the bank and not a flashy truck. What I mean by this is save your money until you have enough set aside where you can take 6 months off. If anything were to break in that truck or anything were to happen to you, are you able to take 6 months off without having that truck rolling? Something to think about, y'all. People spend thousands upon thousands of dollars dumping it into their truck, making them look nice when they don't have any extra money, and then they got to live paycheck to paycheck. Don't make sense to me. 8. Number 8. If you're with a company already that offers an owner-operator program and you've been with them for a while and you're happy, look into contracting with them. You already know the company. They know you. They know how you run. You know how they work. As long as they're not trying to take advantage of you and getting, say 45-50% of the load or so, something to look into. Why leave somewhere that you're already accustomed to? Just saying. 9. Number 9. Know what permits, licenses, and anything you need to operate that truck. Sorry, you guys. Somehow the phone overheated while I was recording. My bad. But what I was trying to say is, if you need a permit to go in a certain state, make sure you have it. That's all I'm saying. Now, I know it's a little noisy because I got the truck running and had the AC running to cool the phone down, but brings me to my last point, number 10. 10. Don't waste fuel. Most people that first get their own trucks think they got hot dog it around, do 70, 75, 80 miles an hour just because they can. Well, guess what? That's going to cost you about $200 or $300 extra every week in your fuel expenses. It don't make sense to go fast when you're paying for your fuel and you've got to stretch it. I'd much rather not run as far or as hard during the week and run a slower pace just so I can actually make more in my bank for not working as hard. Extra! Alright, we got an extra. Number 11. So, just like my buddy at BOC Enterprise, I was telling him about OIDA and how they offer a program where they actually will basically do all the footwork for you, getting all your permits ready, getting your authority, everything like that. That'd be one way I'd definitely look into it, especially save yourself a headache. And yeah, it's a little bit more than if you were to do it yourself, but you get what you pay for. You get the underwriters, you get everything. Just a little quick tip. Y'all have yourselves a wonderful day. Like, comment, subscribe. That subscribe button, go ahead and hit it. It will not hurt you. Y'all take it easy, keep your rubber side down. Talk to y'all later.